Yo, what is happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channels. Me, London, back here with another video from Fantastic Hip Hop. Man, he has been going off on these videos for the past couple days. I know I've missed a couple little details here and there. I'll probably catch back up with the other videos that he's made. But this one is about how how Spotify just made Drake's lawsuit even worse for him. Sorry, I can't read. Anyways, recently, I have not really been looking at the news recently for like the past couple days, but apparently, Spotify has came back and clapped back at Drake, denying all claims that they have been boosting Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us music streams, I guess, or just boosting them in general, putting them in playlists and things like that. And, you know, we've already talked about this, how hypocritical this is, considering Drake has been around for so long and been getting the same treatment, even if it was true that they were boosting his stuff, but considering how long Drake's been around and how much they've been boosting his music throughout the years, I mean, it's kind of weird and hypocritical, but, you know, it's whatever, man. Drake's, at this point, he's just so delusional. He thinks he's going to be, like, the hero that's, like, showing all these people that, you know, oh, they're boosting people's streams, even though he gets the same treatment no matter what. Anyways, let's get into this video. It's 10 minutes long. Let's go.
Now, when it comes to Drake, right around this time was supposed to be when the music industry would be responding to the first lawsuit he filed, claiming that Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us record only became the phenomenon it did because of fake streams and industry manipulation. And now, as Drake was waiting for this moment that he thought was going to make him look like this hero of the music industry to his fans that are just as delusional as him, in actuality, while we don't know the full extent of where this lawsuit is going yet, things have already gotten way worse for him, as right now, we have just witnessed one of the next steps in this moment, as one of the alleged parties who was responsible for helping ruin Drake's image with this record has officially responded to him and the claims he has filed against them with none other than Spotify. And now, with the streaming giant and what they have had to say about their involvement in the most shocking moment to come from Kendrick Lamar and Drake's entire rap beef, has had them come out and not just deny the claims from Drake, but they are disgusted by the very action of what he has done. And while we don't know where this actual suit is going to go yet in full, it's clear that Drake just made enemies with the most powerful outlet to the people in all of the music industry.
My whole prediction on the whole thing, towards the end of this whole case, I'm assuming is nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen at all. They're probably going to settle for something. I don't know. Considering I don't really know like how the courts really work like that and all that. I'm not expert on it, but I'm just going to assume nothing's really going to happen. It's probably just going to go under the rug and we're all going to forget about it eventually. And we'll probably bring it back up like 10 to 12 years later, talking about how much Drake has like, you know, benefit off this. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got for that.
Now, before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And so now, with what Spotify has said to Drake, in their response, they go on to explain that Drake has no actual evidence to back up what he is saying, which is why first off he filed this thing the way he did, and instead of entertaining these claims or being investigated for maybe doing these things or just revealing what the labels have put in place within their own algorithms. Since the case and the evidence Drake presented in the petition was so weak, they went on to say in their statement that the petition asserts no specific facts of any kind in support of these alleged RICO and deceptive practice violations.
And still, even if it was true that they do stuff like this, Drake has benefited the most from all of this. They've been putting on playlists that he doesn't even deserve to be on playlists for. It's crazy. He was on some country playlist, I think I saw. I was like, what country song has Drake made? They put him on any playlist, no matter what.
And instead relies exclusively on speculation or claims of anonymous individuals on the internet. And now with Spotify officially coming out and saying this, and with the demeanor and language they used in this suit as well, which clearly made them sound so frustrated that out of all people, Drake is the guy who is trying to point a finger at them. When it comes to this entire situation, they are the first official power that has been pulled into this thing that is straight up dismantling Drake's claims, all due to how bad the information he is trying to leverage against them are. Because really, when you break down the suit and claims Drake made, from viral videos from influencers to random clips from DJ Academic streams, the evidence that someone who has more power and proximity to the music industry was able to compile for this type of case was just laughably bad. And really, just like his actual beef with Kendrick Lamar, Drake's inability to bring real facts and proof of anything to the table that could have changed people's perspectives and made them open their eyes. It's not just costing Drake and really every single artist as a whole the power they may be able to hold in the future. Because what I don't think Drake realizes here is that there are real artists and teams that don't just lose out on so much because there are tricks being played on these streaming services, but that under the right circumstances, I'm sure that somebody could have eventually proved just how corrupt the music industry is. But now,
and personally, what I think Drake is trying to do, I think he's trying to take the ship down with him at this point, because he's already lost the beef, and you know, he's already like I wouldn't say personally his fame has gone down, but he definitely has a stain on his reputation now as an artist, or let alone a rapper. So he's probably just trying to take it all down with them. That's my opinion on this, really, because he doesn't want anyone else to benefit off the things that he's gotten throughout the years. So I'm sure that's what he's trying to do.
Now, with Drake coming after Not Like Us because he's mad it went viral naturally and then ruined his image in a way he can never change with one of the flimsiest and most pathetically drawn-up suits we have ever seen in the history of not just the music, but entertainment business as a whole. All in all, Drake hasn't just made this struggle that real artists actually face seem like a joke by the way he is now only joining in on it for his own personal gain, but he is doing this at the expense of every other musician right now and in the future, because with one of the biggest stars in the entire industry trying to tear down the names of the biggest label and biggest streaming company on the planet, he hasn't just ruined their relationship right now. But what's going to end up happening is the entire dynamic of how these major platforms are even going to treat and communicate with their stars going forward is going to change drastically. Which
exactly what I said. He's trying to take the ship down with them. He's trying to snatch all the benefits away that he's gotten, so these other artists can't benefit off the things that he got. That's pretty much what I got from that.
Of course, is only going to do more harm for the artist and their agency than good. And for Drake right now, we are really about to see just how rapid and eye-opening this downfall really gets. It's beyond losing a rap beef that went down over the course of a few months to Kendrick Lamar, and then Lamar moved on to new ventures. I mean, Spotify makes it clear here, these powers are gonna make everything a living nightmare for Drake going forward, because at the end of the day, and this is why Drake is so delusional and out of touch, these platforms and companies are the ones who have pushed Drake and helped him lock in his spot as the #1 streaming rapper for so many years in a row. And in this time where the rap game has already turned against Drake, and all he did have left was the legacy and power that he held within these algorithms. Now Drake turning on them is setting a precedent where both the people, the field he is in, and the business that controls it are now all against him. And while Drake fans continue to make it seem like there is this bigger plot that was made against him, and that's why they are trying to end his legendary run, when you actually see this situation for what it is, you can so clearly realize that Drake has just been the worst type of person, employee, or client you can be to all of these parties.
And honestly, Drake fans, man, they are the most delusional people on planet fucking Earth. It is crazy. It is crazy. They're trying to like backtrack now on the whole Not Like Us thing, where Kendrick was talking about how Drake uses Atlanta and how Lil Baby got his lingo up and all this stuff, and Lil Baby said, "Why'd you put my name in it?" basically. And these Drake fans are like kind of come up with this little thing saying like, "Oh, see, Lil Baby fucks with Drake," so it really wasn't like him against Lil Baby against Drake either. But all Kendrick was saying is that he uses Atlanta just like how they did back in the day to get themselves rich. How Drake uses Atlanta to get himself richer, and he just benefits off of Atlanta's music and soundscape the entire time. And meanwhile, all the people he's collabed with have severely fallen off. Like, he doesn't come back, he doesn't spin around. Maybe for 21 Savage, that's about it, though. Lil Baby, we don't know what's going on with him. Hopefully his album sells well. I'm rooting for him. But at the same time, he does not get, like, the same reciprocation. Drake goes to Atlanta to get hot. Finds the hottest new artist out of Atlanta. And then he makes a song, and then he just leaves it at that. Other than that, he does not really care about Atlanta like that, to be honest. But every time there's someone new and hot in the Atlanta scene, he will be there, the first one, all times.
Parties and powers, and this is why they are all turning their back on him. And for Spotify specifically right now, as they are the ones who just showed how little respect they have for one of the most statistically dominant artists on the history of their platform, for what he has just tried to do against them. And considering that even if things got bad between Drake and UMG, even if Drake is to get banished from that label as a whole, which again is something that has happened to other superstars in the music industry, as this happened to Ye not too long ago, Spotify is still the biggest mediator between the artist and the people, and just like someone in Ye saw this year when he dropped Vultures 1, no matter how bad the system takes you down, and even without whatever promotion is going on behind the scenes, your star power and sheer spectacle of new music will drive people to listen to you more than any algorithm ever can.
And that's also
but now
very
with
true.
Drake being so bitter and emotional that he is now making bad relations with Spotify and putting their entire brand on the line definitely was not a good idea on his end. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones who have power to control what people are hearing if they want to, and if the guy who, again, we have seen over the years just how far they have went to support and push him is now trying to ruin their reputation.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
That so clearly became a hit the way it did because people just genuinely loved it and not like us. Honestly, I would really be worried for the future of Drake's career because after this entire situation plays out, which both for Spotify and UMG is seeming like it is going to end more in their favor every day because Drake just has a horrible case against them, by the end of this all, he could really no longer have a platform to project himself on or a place to release new music. And for a mogul who breaks down barriers in the industry, this...
And I'm sure his fans are going to tune into his new music either way. It doesn't matter. That 100 Gig shit, I know Academics was trying to, DJ Academics, the biggest Drake fan, maybe, we don't know. Maybe it's between him and Rory, honestly. But he was trying to hype up this whole 100 gigs, little thing that Drake dropped. And I have not seen anyone really talk about it, really, other than DJ Academics. So, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? Everything that's happening right now is so weird. The whole landscape of, music right now is so weird. After the beef, I don't think we can get past the beef. I think that's one of the downsides of this rap beef because this is probably the biggest rap beef we've ever had in history. So we're probably not ever going to get past this, and we're probably going to keep talking about this for years to come. Honestly, it's like, yeah, we still talk about Jay-Z and Nas to this day, but it's not to the magnitude of this because it's just a new era, and with the whole internet, it seems to be pushing this more and more than previous rap beefs, you know what I mean?
This would not be the worst thing. For a wave rider like Drake, who has relied on the system and loopholes to try and succeed at the level he has over and over again every single year at this point, this is the worst thing that could have happened to him because he is no longer going to have the game and system to make a 25-song album on to boost his streaming numbers, and if his career has a chance to even move past this, he's going to be forced to deliver not just real art, but also now find a real way for people to consume it. And at the end of this entire...
And honestly, I don't think Drake has that in his bag anymore, man. He's got too much money. I don't think he's going to put, honestly, not honestly, never mind. Jesus Christ, I was going to say that. If you're reading this is too late, I don't think we're going to get anything past that, to be honest with you. Because after that, he just started going pop. So, who knows? I don't think he's got it in his bag anymore, though. I think he's just done.
Situation with now Spotify coming out here and bashing Drake the way they are publicly, this is really the future we are headed to. And if I was Drake, I would be worried because despite how much he tries to avoid the reality of his entire career and the consequences he has now put on himself in this time, he really is at a point where in the next couple of months, based on how everything goes, he could lose everything because beyond losing the will of the people and his respect as an MC, he is now messing with companies and entities that control the game all of these artists play. And this is just something so much bigger than Drake of all people could ever handle.
And although he's doing all that stuff that he just mentioned, it's not gonna really hinder him that much. It might hinder him a little bit, just like how it did Kanye when he released Vultures. No rollout, no nothing, just, he's just dropping stuff. But also Kanye he fucks it up for himself sometimes because he never finishes an album for some reason. And then he wants to go back and edit it later on. But, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. It could be a different story for Drake since he is considered the biggest artist. Technically, it's the biggest artist in the world. But, I don't know, man. Honestly, I had a little bit of I could probably take him seriously. But after all this stuff, all the shenanigans he has done, how he's tried to damage control this whole beef, it's just not going to be the same for him. It's just not.
Handle because despite his status and everything he's done, he has not done one thing to present himself as a person both calculated and even built up enough in the industry to pull off what he is doing. And really with the way Drake has moved in his career since Scorpion as a whole, from collab albums, strange projects like Care Package, Dark Lane demo tapes, and Honestly Nevermind, and even on the mainline albums like CLB and For All the Dogs, which just lack real Drake hits. With how bad most of these albums have been, and yet how many #1 songs or hits they have ended up producing that stayed around way longer than they should have. With both Spotify and especially UMG with the way the situation is going. Seems like beyond them denying Drake's claims and in Spotify's case, just making fun of how terrible everything Drake is trying to say in this lawsuit against him is. I think all of this is going to end with Drake getting exposed for trying to go up against the people who have boosted him onto the pedestal he has been at with a LeBron-sized deal and with more support than any other rapper has received. And I think what's going to happen is that we are going to end up finding out that all of the recent Drake albums have been getting manipulated on these platforms in hope that then a real organic hit would emerge.
We already know this, though. That's the thing. We already know this. So he's just trying to take this boat down with them. He's trying to go down with the ship. He's trying to take everybody along with them. You know, trying to, like, you know, maybe Spotify's going to act, like, you know, act right and not do what they did for Drake after this. Who knows? Just so he doesn't have a case against, or he doesn't have an actual case against them, like, later on. To be like, see? Y'all see what I'm talking about. They were boosting numbers. They were boosting my numbers. But, you know, it's whatever, man.
Merge in the long run. But between that never actually happening, as these new Drake records just don't have the longevity like his older ones did, and because of the fact that with the deal Drake has had with UMG that he seemingly wants to become even bigger right now, and this has been one of the factors leading to this arrogance he has been showing throughout this.
What this is reminding me of is like, you know how you get into a fight and then the person that you're trying to fight, or you're not trying to fight, but you know you're eventually gonna have to fight, goes out into, like, you know, towards the police station. Like, let's fight in front of the police station. That's pretty much what Drake's doing right now. Yeah, let's fight. But let me go in the front of this police station with all the cameras so we can both go down together. You know what I'm saying?
Entire situation and moment in time. Overall, he has given them no other choice but just to pull the curtain on him and reveal the truth, which will then expose to the world what is really running the Drake brand at this point, and once and for all show to everyone that he is not worth whatever he wants because he is just not the guy he was in the 2010s. And in this era, he's only been at the level he is at because the industry is forcing him to be there. And while we don't know if this is going to happen, with some of this already being true in terms of the support and resources Drake has gotten from all these brands, and yet is still coming after them, and in the case of Spotify, is now ruining his ties with the most powerful streamer and funnel to the people in this day and age that you can get. Drake is just playing a terrible game, and as more comes out about this suit and more info is revealed, I am sure that no matter which direction it goes in, it is going to conclude with us witnessing the downfall of a star like we have never seen before. And so now with all this said, let me know. What do you think about this entire situation with Drake and this lawsuit and how Spotify responded, and where do you think this is all going to go next? Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now if you want to see how while everybody else is against Drake right now, none other than 50 Cent is on his side as he has been bashing Kendrick Lamar publicly, and it may end up resulting in Kendrick dissing 50 in the near future.
Alright, well, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said before, Drake's just trying to go down with everybody. That's pretty much what it is. He's just trying to take the shit down with them. So, you know, it'll be like, hey, you know what? I did my thing. And he's going to try and market himself as, like, some sort of hero or some shit. I don't know. Like, that's pretty much what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, with another video. But, you know, I've recently just been, you know, my back is in enormous pain right now, so I just have not, like, really gotten up to do really much of anything. I've just been laying in bed. Other than work, that's pretty much it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate all the support I've been getting on these last couple of videos. We got the 825 subs within, like, 3 months. Or 4 months, I should say. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by and watching this video. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. I see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.